Normally, that wind would be refreshing. But that is not the case in my community, Nyalenda Slum. Because in my community, instead of the cool breeze, your nose is hit by a mixture of burning plastics and rotting food scraps, all blended into a smell so strong that it might even make your nose want to go on a strike. And you know what the sad part is? My people have gotten so used to the smell that they hardly notice it anymore, simply because we cannot see the slow damage that this is causing. But don't be fooled. This is a silent crisis, creeping in and wrapping itself around us like slow, stubborn cancer. Growing up in Nyalenda Slum, the smell often stuck to me like old glue. Smells of rotting fruit waste, discarded vegetables, gutted fish waste, weak old ugali remains, all rotting and burning under the hot, harsh sun. There was this famous dam site near our home called the Kachok dam site that I would often sneak behind it barefoot, looking for different interesting things that I could occupy myself with, since most of our play areas were covered in waste. And forgetting where my hands had been, I would still put my thumb in my mouth because I had this habit of always sucking my thumb. And there's a river called Auji, which passed right by my primary school. That was even worse when it flooded. My maths teacher holding his nose while teaching was quite funny. As a child, none of that really bothered me. But as a teenager, it started getting to me. I started feeling ashamed of my community because it was known for all the wrong reasons. It was known as a place full of criminals and a very filthy place that often, while walking through the streets of Nyalenda, it felt like you're carefully calculating your steps in order not to step on filth. In 2017, Kenya banned the single use of plastic bags. And during this time, a lot of initiatives and organizations were started, but mainly to fight plastic pollution. And in Kenya, 80% of the total waste produced is organic, yet it's often overlooked, and it is the major contributor to the landfills. You might think that it's just about the smells, but it's not just about the smells. As these organic waste decompose in the landfills, they act as breeding grounds for disease-causing organisms. And in the landfills, they are compacted and waterlogged, which creates conditions without oxygen. And under these conditions, they generate methane into the atmosphere. Methane is a harmful greenhouse gas that in 20 years, it is 86 times more harmful than carbon dioxide at trapping heat, leading to global warming and further contributing to climate change. I believe that all waste have value and can be reused or repurposed. And that is the motivation behind starting my organization, Eco Alchemy. Now, when we say eco, it stands for our commitment to environmental protection and conservation. And alchemy, on the other hand, means transformation for the better. And we are transforming organic waste into valuable products like animal feeds and organic fertilizer instead of harming the environment. And we are doing this by the help of three incredible insects: the black soldier fly, crickets, and superworms. Now, the black soldier fly itself is simple. It doesn't eat and it doesn't fly so well. But its larvae, that is where the magic is. Its larvae can decompose organic waste in just 10 to 12 days. Crickets feed on a variety of organic waste, and they're very rich in protein. They're food for humans. They can either be eaten as whole or dried and grounded into flour. And not just flour, gluten-free flour used in baking. And superworms, they're the larvae of the duckling beetle. And they're not just great organic waste managers. Interestingly, superworms can break down plastics like polystyrene into simpler molecules. And both black soldier fly larvae and superworms are feed for poultry, fish, and pigs. And the byproduct that they produce, which is called frass, is used as organic manure to enhance crop production. Now, at Eco Alchemy, we have three main programs. The first program is the Waste to Opportunity program. And under Waste to Opportunity program, we train unemployed youth and farmers struggling with their agricultural waste due to poor post-harvest practices. We train them on innovative insect farming, and the youth can replicate this model and start their own ventures. The farmers too can replicate the model and use it to cut on their cost of feeds and also gain an extra income revenue stream. And to guide us under this program, we came up with our amazing curriculum called the Cycle of Impact here in Kanthari. And the stages of this curriculum are inspired by the life cycle of a fly, which is egg, larvae, pupa, and adult. So in the egg phase, we introduce the participants to the concept of waste and waste management, environmental conservation, insect biology, and the main aim in this phase is to plant a seed of knowledge so that the participants understand that small efforts like insect farming can have a huge environmental impact. And in the larvae phase, here now we get into the practical learning. The participants get to learn about how to build and manage insect habitats. And also, they get to understand the role of insect larvae in managing organic waste. And in the pupa phase, here, the participants get to learn about the advanced techniques of insect farming and also how to value add different insect-based products. We also guide them how to come up with their business models as they prepare to start their own ventures. Just as the pupa transforms into a fly, the participants will transform from learners to innovators. And in the adult phase, here now we are confident that now they can start their own ventures. And since they will lead these ventures, we empower them with leadership skills, and we are confident that they can become community advocates for sustainable organic waste management. Just as the fly lay eggs to begin a new cycle of change, the participants spread knowledge across the community. That was the Waste to Opportunity program. Remember, I said three. The second program is called the Green Schools program. And under Green Schools program, we aim to nurture a generation of environmentally conscious children. And how are we going to do this? We will partner with local schools and different organizations to complement the current school curriculum by integrating practical and interactive sessions on waste management and environmental education so that these kids can learn at an early age as they grow up. And the third program is the Clean Communities program. Under this program, we aim to promote clean, healthy, and waste-free environments by putting the community at the core of taking responsibility of cleaning their environment. I'm sure you must be wondering about these incredible insect larvae can biodecompose organic waste and produce organic manure as a byproduct. Well, let's have a look. Fascinating, yeah? Do you remember the piles of waste and the rotting smells of Nyalenda? At Eco Alchemy, we believe in a better future, and that future has already begun. We are sure that insects can be a solution to pollution and unemployment, and even make our stomachs full. Thank you.